Hi there, we're here at Bedford Autodrome. California Superbike School has allowed us to use a section of the track today. This Yamaha Niken, I've had it for several months, but I can't find its limit, especially not on the road. So today, Chris North over here, he's an ex-British Supersport rider, he's an off-road instructor and a precision rider. He's found out where the limit is. So it's not a cop-out, Chris, is it? We've had outriggers on both of these bikes because the only way we're going to find the limit is to take them to the limit, isn't it? And as good as you are, we can't really afford to smash these to pieces.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, the aim for today was to push both these bikes past the kind of ultimate levels of grip on the front end, straight line braking and cornering, and to do that repeatedly without risking a nasty phone call to Mr. Yamaha to say sorry we broke both of them. Yeah, the outriggers were the way to go, and the outriggers were there that once the tyre had gone and had lost traction, instead of bang scrape, it just went onto the outrigger and we could carry on for another lap.
It was exactly the same rig on both bikes because the engine mounting points are the same. And obviously it kind of changed the handling slightly, didn't it? But it was consistent. What did it feel like having it on there?
The outriggers themselves, obviously they're hinged and they have a damper unit on them. When you're switching direction on the bike, you feel that extra kind of resistance. It feels like a flat tyre. If you've ever ridden with a flat tyre, it's that kind of slower to turn feeling. So where it is different is in that kind of change in direction phase. Once you're actually in the corner, until the point where you need them, you don't really notice they're there. At the point where you need them, you're grateful they are.
And we've actually changed it. These are new tyres now. We've got Bridgestone A41s. That's what's standard on the Niken. They're not necessarily the optimum tyre for the MT-09, are they?
No, again, the Bridgestone A41 is an adventure bike tyre, so it's maybe not what you'd fit to your MT-09. You'd fit a more sports-orientated road tyre. Particularly with this being a lighter bike, you'd fit a tyre more suited to sports bike, and that could have put the MT-09 at a bit of disadvantage compared to how it would be on the road. But to make the test fair, and this test was about feeling and what the front end actually does, you're right, they had to be on the same tyre for it to be a fair test.
So go on then, what's the difference? Does it work?
The theory behind it is the more front end grip and a bit more feel on the road, so you've got more confidence. Long story short, it works. Absolutely. I was quite sceptical to start with. I was not so certain that it was going to make the biggest difference. Having ridden here today, having really pushed the front end on the Niken, first and foremost, it gave me more confidence straight away. You know, and that's even.
Was that a psychological thing? You think, oh, I've got two front wheels, which is where we've got to. That's as far as I got. I feel more confident, but I couldn't say this definitely works.
No, and I think you're right. I think a lot of it is psychological. You think, well, I've got two tyres, I've got two grip. I've read a piece of paper that tells me I've got more grip. But that was the point of the outriggers. It was like, okay, take all the confidence out of it. Let's just make it crash and see what happens. And the Niken took a lot more to get it to lose the front. I had to brake a lot harder in the turn. And even in the straight line, you have to really push the brake. And when it does go, you get a long warning, and if you come off the brake, it comes back. Whereas the MT-09, when it went, like any normal motorcycle, it went. And you went straight down onto the outrigger with a bang.
And what happens if you keep going with the Niken though?
So that was, the caveat. The Niken gives you a lot of warning. It writes to you, it emails you. You get about 5 written warnings before it goes. And when it does go, then it's gone down hard. The outriggers hold the bike around sort of 40 degrees. With the Niken, when it went, it stayed there. When the MT-09 went, as you came off the brake again, it kind of wanted to flick itself back up. And that was, I think that's the extra weight on the Yamaha, the three-wheeler Yamaha Niken. Definitely made it feel like once it had gone, it stayed gone. Obviously you were picking that back up off of the outriggers. It'd be already on the floor by then, wouldn't it? Exactly, yeah. So the point where it's gone,
you know, you feel it fold under itself. What worried me about this was the fact that it felt like it slid in wet roundabout stuff, and I thought maybe the extra weight up top, I mean, we got about a 70 kilogram weight disadvantage on this over that. I'm estimating you got about 50 kilos up here, up high. I thought centripetal force might be trying to drag it out.
yeah.
There is more grip.
We get into a long and messy conversation about motorcycle dynamics now, and yeah, and that's why motorcycles are fascinating, because the dynamics of them, even a computer struggles to work out still today. More weight means more grip, but it means you've got more weight to turn and maneuver, so you need the more grip. So it's a bit of a funny relationship there. Yeah. I know what you meant about that. I had a few laps this morning on a cold tyre, on a cold circuit, and when you leant over, and not even right to the edge of the tyre, there was that feeling of the front going.
But like understeer, more than folding.
More like understeer, exactly. When you go into a roundabout in your car and there's diesel on it and the car just goes, that's exactly what it felt like, and it understeered a little bit, the peg touched, and it just came back. And everything was so gradual and slow. And at the time I went, oh. And then I sort of got back here and was like, well, hang on, that was 2 laps, cold circuit, non-track tyres, road pressures. A, I don't think I'd have been pushing that hard that early on this, or a regular motorcycle. And B, when it did go, it went really slowly and then came back. Which is what we then found later in the test with the outriggers, is the Niken takes a lot longer to go and is much more progressive about the way it loses traction. Whereas a regular motorcycle, most motorcycles have had that horrible feeling in their lifetime of that, oh God. And it's definitely a big difference between the two there.
There's a lot of people, they're not going to change their mind about this, but it proved the point. This thing works. So,
no doubt about it, yeah.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.